Why is this not working? And how am I supposed to read this map? Do you have the artifact? Oh, sorry. Seems like I mistook you for my partner. I am Elise, Starseeker. Delighted to meet you. You are? Well, I've never heard of you, but surely you have heard of me, as I am the mastermind behind countless successful League operations. Yes, I have been on hundreds, thousands of expeditions with the League. I have created huge catalogs of maps and charts. Let me show you one. I have this one right there. Updated map of Azeroth. Oh well, it's incredibly detailed and precise, unlike this piece of garbage, which I am trying to decipher. I will succeed in time, but for now, it's safe to assume I'm not getting anywhere tonight. But look at this marvel. Yes, I did this myself. A pocket map for all travelers. Well, it's not too small, but small enough to carry with you on your next expedition. And well, it must be noted, I adore navigation and cartography, though my biggest joy is locating ancient artifacts that are so old they are only whispered about in some taverns, like this one. Isn't that grand? But what are you doing here, if I may ask? I have never seen your likes in this tavern, and it is safe to say that I know everyone who hangs here. I am a regular myself. Well, if you want to join the Explorers League, you will have to prove your worth. Now, let me introduce you. Let me introduce to you the other members of my faction, so you can have an idea of what your life would be if you joined me. Now, the league is fairly big. My faction is quite small, so it should be easy. Let's start with our first member, Bronzebeard. Well, yes, one of the greatest explorers to have ever wandered Azeroth. He is the youngest of the Bronzebeard brothers. Now, I have to say it is an honor to have the king's brother himself in my faction. He's an admirable fighter, great warrior, amazing explorer. But you'll tell me, well, of course, her faction is solely composed of dwarfs, considering, well, the Explorers League is mainly composed of dwarfs. But you are mistaken. You are absolutely mistaken. First off, I am an elf myself, and well, the third member of my little faction is Murloc. Yes, Murloc. Sir Finley Murdon. Yes, a sophisticated and educated gentleman. He is also an accomplished scholar. If he was here, he would actually ask you if you'd fancy a cup of tea. Do you fancy a cup of tea? I'll do him the honor of asking you. No, you're okay? Okay. Well, I mean, this is a tavern, so I doubt they would have a lot of tea. But I'm sure we could get you some ale or something. No, you're good, okay. So, back to Finley. Sir Finley. I met him when he was, well, actually, I found his egg. We became friends, and I mean, the rest is history, but the stories of how he was knighted and things like that, yes, his knighthood stories are for another time. Let's just agree on the fact that certainly a Murloc is highly intelligent, in addition to the common tongue that he speaks fluently. He speaks 14, yes, no less than 14 dialects of Murga, which is fairly impressive. But let's continue with the last member of my faction. Human, yes, you heard right. Human Reno Jackson. Now, he is supposedly a world-renowned archaeologist and explorer and treasure hunter, but let's be honest, that's what he says, and his membership in the league is actually under probation at the moment. So what does Reno have to show for himself? I don't know. Well, yes, I suppose he is indeed a 4-time winner of the best accessorized explorer. I guess that has to count for something. But anyway, I'm not sure about him yet. He is nonetheless a member of my faction. So, does that sound like a lot of fun to you? We surely have fun. But anyway, do you even know why the league was originally created? It is quite the story, see. The league was originally dedicated to researching the origin of the dwarven people. We have many archaeological dig sites in all corners of the known world, from Kalimdor to the Eastern Kingdoms to Outlands. Yes, we're everywhere basically. But our main base of operation, well, is located in the Hall of Explorers, which makes sense, in Ironforge, which is where, dwarfs are located. Now, King Magni Bronzebeard was actually a founding member of the Explorers League, and as you know, dwarves are well known for mining and engineering, but the king asked them to shift their area of expertise to that of archaeology, so that they could research their origins. Yes, yes, it is quite a compelling story indeed. Yes, did you know that the League actually discovered Uldaman? It was a few years before the Third War, but you might not even know of these events considering you're quite young. But anyway, back to our story. The League explored nearly every corner of the world in search for Titan artifacts. It is believed that the origins of the dwarven people lie in the mysterious Titans. We often gather here at the Weary Boots Tavern, as it is in Ironforge, of course, and we usually share our reports and our treasures, our artifacts, our finds. Yes, that's why I mistake you for my partner. I thought you were Reno, but my bad. Now, if you want more information on how to join the league, I'll be happy to help you out. See, I thrive to educate. This is one of my miscellaneous passions, so I'll guide you. So, if you want to join the League of Explorers, well, you will have to prove how worthy you are, intellectually speaking. See, first of all, only a dozen members of the other races are inducted into the ranks each year. Yes. Well, I mean, the overwhelming majority of the members are dwarves, of course, but fear not, for this is not a condition to be accepted. It is not a condition of approval. Look at me. I'm a Caloray, and I am an explorer as well. Now, I'm just saying that as someone of another race, it might be more of a challenge to be accepted. Simply because, well, the dwarves are more open to welcoming dwarves, which is absolutely normal. Yes, I can move my ear. I see you keep staring. Look. A little tip: when the guild hall is accepting new applicants, there will be a green torch that will be lit at the entrance. This rarely happens, but when a torch is burning at the entrance, you'll know that the guild is welcoming applications. Yes. What do you have to know? The call is usually answered by hundreds, yes, literally hundreds of dwarves applicants who can demonstrate the requisite skills in foreign languages and an exhaustive knowledge in history and geography. Well, yes, you have to be quite the scholar in order to join our guild. Yes, for each opening, no more than 20 candidates are chosen, are selected, and they are taken into the mountains of Kas Mudan for an intensive training of the sort, an excursion of 3 weeks, I believe, yes, which is presided by members of the council. Yes, so you will then go through an intensive 3 weeks trial. Much fun. I remember when I did mine when I was much younger. It was fairly hard, but I keep warm memories of that time. Yes. So during this trial, you will be tested on your physical abilities, stamina, but also on your skills in herbology, mineral findings, map readings, things like that, which are demanded of a member of the Explorers League. Yeah, then by the end of the trial, I believe it is 1 or 2, maybe more, I'm not sure, but a few candidates are selected, the best one of course, and they are allowed to join the guild, to join the league, and call themselves prospectors. So that's how I started out, and I'm sure you will too if you are, well, one of the best. Yes. So once you are part of the league, you will receive two gold coins a day, rising to 5 a day if you are currently on an expedition. So it's pretty good. Now you have to understand that the exploration thing has to be more than a profession to you. It has to be an avocation, it has to be a passion, something you dedicate your life to. It's definitely more than just a job, so you have to live for the adventure if you want to join the guild and if you want to join my faction, because I only recruit extremely passionate people. Yes. Sometimes it can be a bit of a hassle. I mean, for each artifact you'll have to fill out no less than 6 paper forms. It's just, paperwork, but it's all worth it. And speaking about artifacts, what do you say you take a look at the latest artifacts I retrieved from my latest expeditions and tell me what you think of them, because I think it could be quite interesting. I can start by, well, this is nothing important. I'm currently looking for Monkey Island. I have this old map, but as you can see, it is fairly hard to decipher. I will, so succeed in time. But for now, let's just say I am done. I have this little compass, very, very useful, but in that case, it is just too difficult. But let's start with one of my most precious discoveries. This is to be handled with care. Look at this beauty. This is a sorrel egg. Yes. I found this in the remote rainforest of the Ngoro crater. Yes, well, this egg once held an embryonic devil's oar. Oh, you don't know what they are? You still have some studying to do, but fear not, I will lighten your foggy brain. The devil's oars are huge theropod dinosaurs, amongst the largest to have ever walked Azeroth. Most of them died out long ago. There are still some wandering around in remote areas. Ungoro, wicked place. Did you know that Ungoro meant Godlands or land of the god in Kirachi language? What a joke. It is one of the most dangerous places I ever went to, located in the central part of southern Kalimdor between Uldum and Tanaris. It is sandwiched between 3 deserts. You'll find exotic plants, exotic beasts, and these eggs. We picked it up because sorrel's genetic material has proven invaluable to the ecologists within the league. They believe they are closer than ever to devising a serum for the Devilzor debilitating venom, so that's an exciting thing to be a part of. So hopefully I will be able to help medicine with this egg. You can touch it if you want. It's not going to bite you. So this is one of my first discoveries. But what else do I have? Oh. This. Actually quite valuable. Uldaman reliefs. These reliefs might be the most significant finds within the first chamber of Uldaman. These suggest a tie between the Golem, Earthin, and the Dwarven people. The theories of the link between the dwarves and the titans could prove to be true if we continue on finding relics like this one. It was indeed crafted by the golems, and it is quite similar to the crafting of the dwarves, which is absolutely fascinating from a historical point of view. I don't know if you are well versed in the history of the dwarves, but it is a compelling and fascinating one. So relics like this are priceless to the league. But let's move on to another artifact that is just as precious to my heart. I have these eggs. Now you're probably wondering what they are. Quite colorful. They look fake, really. I found these fossilized eggs in the wastes of Tanaris Desert. Could be 1,000 years old. I have no idea. Its true origins cannot be discerned. I actually asked an ecologist within our league to identify them, and they say that the egg could be of Silithid origin. Do you know what the Silithid race is? Well, he just said that because of its insectoid properties. And as you know, this race was created by Cthulhu and primarily found in Kalimdor, so these could easily be, Silithid eggs created by Cthulhu, which is pretty exciting as well. I am quite happy I found them. I think they will look just fine in our museum in Iron Forge. But let's move on to my most interesting find. This is, I have to handle it with much care, a mini highborn astrolabe. Yes. Now, as you know, the highborn astrolabe is exhibited in the Iron Forge Museum. I believe I have found a mini replica of it. I recovered it from the undersea ruins of Suramar. It was crafted by the highborn night elves maybe 12,000 years ago. This device provides insights into the ancient night elves' level of scientific and astrologic understanding of the word, which is something very precious for my people. See, I'm a night elf myself, so these sorts of things are especially precious to my people. But let's leave that here. I believe that Reno will be back soon from wherever he was. He was probably getting drunk with the Murlocs and the dwarves, who knows. Now, he will be back soon, so I will have to leave you, my dear. I hope I was of some help, and I hope I gave you an insight on what the explorer's life is like. Thank you for taking the time of hearing me out, and I hope I'll see you soon amongst our ranks. Goodbye.